got options, options, options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he doing exhibitions. No, Eddie don't believe that now. If I make 100 million, I put 50 million up. You always got to put half up.
Hold on, so you just got the other 50 million just laying around? Just if I want to have some fun.
Floyd Mayweather, one of the most financially successful athletes in history, is facing a fresh wave of scrutiny. Once hailed as money for his record-breaking paydays, Mayweather now finds himself in the crosshairs of media outlets, former associates, and now, shockingly, his own accountant.
IRS, how much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this, he makes so much money, there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes.
Dave Hall, who worked closely with Mayweather's financials, has broken his silence. According to Hall, the public perception of Mayweather's wealth may not be as secure as we think. In his words, Floyd is not just in debt, but dangerously close to full-blown bankruptcy, weighed down by poor financial planning, taxes, and growing legal obligations. The lavish lifestyle Floyd became known for, the cars, jets, $18 million watches, and private shopping sprees, hasn't come without consequences.
We really don't got no paper like that saved up.
Fact.
So even if he's making 100 million, if he's burning through 5, 6, 7 million a month, you still got taxes, you still got responsibilities. So I don't know nobody's bag, but you know, me and you, we real. We never count nobody's paper. So
not at all.
I hope he got 10 billion. And I hope he get out of his problem.
That's a fact, because you would figure he should be able to just cash him out. Like whatever the tab is, you know, he should be able to wire that.
I think he could do that with no problem.
Even Hall, while acknowledging Floyd earned over $1 billion, emphasizes that lifestyle costs matter. Hall's warning: you can burn through $100,000 a month like it's nothing. Even if you're making millions, that adds up fast. Insiders estimate Mayweather's monthly expenses can exceed $5 to $6 million between taxes, payroll, debt servicing, and private indulgences.
What's your definition of toy?
Well, private jet, Enzo, Bugatti. Let's walk over here. I'll show you a couple toys. They call this the $1 million garage.
I know we're on television, Floyd, but I think it's necessary for me to say, damn.
Well, we are on ESPN. This is a sports car.
That's not a sustainable model, especially when your income depends on limited exhibitions, real estate speculation, and fleeting endorsements. In 2024, Floyd tried to counter bankruptcy rumors with a publicized $42 million investment in Manhattan, a portfolio of over 60 buildings and more than 1,000 rental units. A bold move on paper, but critics have questioned the legitimacy of the acquisition, especially after property records failed to confirm immediate full ownership.
I mean, Floyd Mayweather, in this article, it states that he's spending $402 million in real estate investment in a 1,000-unit affordable housing portfolio in Upper Manhattan. The portfolio includes over 60 buildings and is one of the city's largest real estate deals of the year.
Wow. Well, thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for investing into New York real estate.
But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
He then followed it up by investing an undisclosed amount into 601W Companies, a massive real estate firm managing over 10 million square feet of commercial space worth $10 billion. Mayweather described the investment as a long-term move toward generational wealth, and even partnered with Jay-Z and S.L. Green on the proposed Times Square Caesars Palace project. Yet, while his portfolio grows on paper, cracks begin to appear elsewhere. In early 2025, Mayweather boxing plus his fitness became the subject of major controversy.
Exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Also money.
Just like the, but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any. Floyd,
are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Another reason why he's crawled out of his rock, he needs money.
You think he needs money?
Absolutely.
He's always flossy.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Employees at his flagship gym in Los Angeles staged a public protest, accusing the company of non-payment of wages and violating California labor laws. Staff members carried signs reading, "The money team has no dollars," and "modern-day slavery," alleging they hadn't been paid in weeks. Some claimed they were silenced and warned not to inform Floyd, even when he visited the gym just 2 weeks prior.
You didn't already had everything. There's really nothing else you can buy. So you believe in making everybody else around you. You want to push them to be great. You want to push them to be successful. So that's what I do. I push everybody around me to be great. Even like my security team, I say, listen, while y'all working with me, y'all built your own security team on the side that y'all got working, doing other venues and making money. I believe in making everybody around me great.
The gym faced potential closure, echoing a similar situation in Elk Grove, where another Money Team gym was sued and shut down over $30,000 in unpaid rent. There's still debate about how much Floyd Mayweather knows about these internal issues. While some insist the LA gym is a franchise, meaning Floyd isn't legally responsible for staff payroll, others argue the brand's name and his involvement make him at least morally accountable. An insider claimed, "We were told we couldn't tell Floyd that our studio was closing. He was here 2 weeks ago, and we've been silenced."
If we dig into Floyd's track record, they may be right. In 2018, sources reported that Floyd owed over $40 million in gambling debts. At one point, he also owed over $22 million to the IRS. Now he's being sued by Logan Paul for upwards of $10 million, and he's rumored to have more lawsuits coming his way after promoting scam cryptocurrencies. He's in an exclusive club of athletes who have crossed the $1 billion mark in their careers, but at the end of the day, no one cares about how much you made if you weren't able to keep it.
If Floyd truly doesn't know, it raises questions about the competence of his team. If he does know and is choosing not to act, that paints a much darker picture of the Money Team empire. The drama intensified when UK promoter Eddie Hearn suggested in interviews that Mayweather wasn't as wealthy as he claimed. His lifestyle costs a lot and he's still doing. "I don't think he's got the money," he says. The exhibitions...
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set. You know, he was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
In response, Mayweather reportedly confronted Hearn in Las Vegas during a sparring event and jokingly showed him one of his bank accounts. "I had to show Eddie some of my accounts. Just so he knows," Floyd quipped with a smug grin. Hearn, laughing along, admitted the beef had been squashed, saying, "As long as it's 10 or 20 million, no problem." This moment served as both comic relief and strategic PR, reminding the world that Mayweather still commands vast sums.
I'm gonna tell you why I like Eddie. So one day, somebody asked me, because you know I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, "Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he doing exhibitions." No, Eddie don't believe that now. What about that? But me and Eddie got it clear, didn't we, Eddie?
Yeah.
One thing, me and my buddy got it clear.
We said as long as it's 10 or 20, no problem. Anything less, can't be less than 10. Because then we're struggling for money.
I had to show Eddie some of the account.
Imagine how much money Floyd Mayweather would have made if I was his promoter back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
But public doubt remained. Since retiring in 2017, Floyd has made millions from low-risk, high-reward exhibition matches facing YouTubers like Logan Paul, influencers like Deji, and even fighting John Gotti III. He calls them legalized bank robberies. But critics including Dave Hall and Eddie Hearn have questioned the motive. Are these shows about money or maintaining relevance or both? Each exhibition is rumored to net Mayweather $10 to $30 million. But critics argue that these are the only things keeping his empire afloat.
It was crazy that everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make $3 million, $4 million, $6 million, $7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight and get a guaranteed 35 million when I'm doing exhibitions and getting 100 million?
Floyd Mayweather claims he's worth over $1.2 billion, but most wealth trackers, including Forbes and Celebrity Net Worth, place him at around $400 million. Still a staggering sum, but not what you'd expect from someone who claims to have made over $1 billion in his career.
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Cristiano Ronaldo.
You think it's...
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that Floyd's, he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, there's 100 million, 130 million. They just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
You think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you, he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million in one night.
Where did the money go? Luxury cars, $18 million watches, taxes, legal fees, real estate overhead, and a payroll of hundreds. According to Dave Hall, much of Floyd's income is already earmarked for debt, and many assets are tied up in long-term investments that don't generate quick liquidity.
We got options, options, options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, 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 Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, 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 Rolls. The Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
The deeper this story goes, the more it begs one question. Is Mayweather a mastermind or a man out of control? He built a business empire, inspired a generation, and retired undefeated. But between the lawsuits, unpaid staff, rumors of tax fraud, and questionable cash flow, his empire looks far shakier than it did 5 years ago. Even if his investments eventually pay off, right now, public confidence is wavering, and many believe the money brand might be on the verge of collapse.